Hey, I'm Ray.
I'm Zack,
Welcome to It's Multiversal, our podcast.
where we talk about anything from comics, anime, film, and video games.
Nice.
That wasn't too bad.
That's good.
That was good. All
High
right.
five, dude. It
Yeah.
only took 500 attempts. You suck. Anyways.
Well, all right. Yeah, we did it. We're in here now.
Yeah, I can't believe we forgot to do this last week. Sorry about that, chat. We even started our podcast with you guys without doing a really good introduction or anything like that, which was kind of rude of us, but I think it was a good flow.
It was.
Yeah.
To be honest, I think what happened is my ADHD hit me, and then we went with it.
You don't need to be that close anymore. Fix your mics.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you can be, but you can pull it. I mean, like, it could be probably right here, and we'll still be good. I got us this time.
All right. Yeah, there was some minor difficulties before.
Yeah, Zack accidentally turned the volume off on the mixer.
See what I have to deal with.
I'm just kidding. Yeah, we did have some audio issues. We will still be making clips. They'll probably come out at the same time as some clips for this week.
Yes, probably.
But there was an issue with the mixer we had, so we had to get a new one, and things are working better. I still have things that I need to fix, but we'll be dialing those in, trying to get them fixed and get some acoustics panels and stuff in here.
Oh, yeah.
We'll be good to go.
So yeah, it's not bad though.
Plus, I moved the mics, so now like they're in front of our faces. Sorry, chat. So you guys are here, but we can see us. We don't have someone helping us.
Yeah.
So
I keep looking over at me, not you guys.
Yeah. So I
it.
was looking over there to see where the mic's positions were. I apologize for that. I should have my cell phone on mute. And I'm not a very nice person.
Oh, dude, I should probably do that too.
Anyway, so I was checking to see, because last week they were up here. As you can see, these little white dots on the wall, or I haven't filled them yet because I'm a bad boy. But the mic arms were on the wall, and they were in front of our faces, and we had to have them like this close because there were no individual mic control options for like the gain or anything. So I don't know. I'm still looking over there after I just told you guys that I'm looking in the wrong direction.
I was too. Actually,
I'm just looking here to see if it, and then I already seen it.
I looked at the camera and I was all like, yeah, sorry, and then I looked straight back over there.
By the way, before we get into our topics from last week, did you try this last night?
I tried a sip of it. It was pretty good.
Yeah. Sorry, chat. One of my friends brought over a mead honey lager last night. It's pretty smooth. I like it.
Me and Jared made some mead.
Yeah, I heard that it tasted like not mead.
No, so it tasted like mead.
Oh.
I just learned I didn't like mead is what it was. I didn't realize that we were making like a wine, basically.
You didn't know what mead was?
No. I thought it was going to be...
talk about mead like in the Robin Hood days?
I thought it was like a Vikings thing, to be honest.
I mean, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so I've heard about it. I just assumed it was like a beer. Because I don't know why.
Honestly?
But that is like a beer version of mead, and I love that. That was good.
Honestly, I'm pretty sure that...
By being a beer, I guess I just mean carbonated. Really. But, you know.
You're funny.
It was really strong, though. It fucking felt like drinking moonshine. Like straight burned your throat.
Really?
Yeah, it was weird. I don't think it was supposed to be that strong. And I got drunk, but I'm scrawny, so I get drunk fast.
I couldn't find it, but yeah, it was. I'm glad it was strong, though. That's always worth it. If you would have made it and it tasted like trash and also didn't do anything, that would have been bad.
Yeah, no, it was still a successful mead. It was just me learning that I don't like mead.
That's how I was with wine.
Yeah,
I went wine tasting and I was like, yeah, I don't like this. No, it's not for me.
Wine tasting
stick to microbrews.
Wine tasting has blown my mind for a long time now because people even do it with whiskey too, though. They're like, oh, you gotta like just swirl it around and taste it a bit. I'm just
Okay,
like,
so
no.
yes, so you do, yeah. Okay, so you do not have to do that. It does not increase the amount of alcohol you're going to intake. It doesn't increase how quick or decrease how quick you become drunk. But if you're somebody who is paying for expensive alcohol, you are doing it because you want to have the taste, not because you want to get drunk. If you just want to get drunk, go buy low, like, fucking floor shelf alcohol and then mix it with something and then make it taste like Kool-Aid and have the time of your life. Because
See,
you can get just as strong alcohol for very cheap. It just doesn't taste good. It tastes like shit.
and so that's another thing. Like, I've never had really expensive whiskey. I've had like some pretty expensive Pendleton at the fair once, which wasn't really as bad as you were expecting. He was like no chaser. I did like the whiskey test where they give you like a couple different kinds, and
Yeah, oh yeah.
and the guy was like,
little
you can't get no chaser, and I want you to take the shot a certain way. He had like me like swoosh it in my mouth before drinking it and stuff, and I was like, I'm gonna throw up. Like, I'll try it, but I'm gonna throw up. And it worked out great. Actually, it was pretty smooth, so I could see it being better, but I can never understand how it'd be desirable,
Sorry.
Oh, you're good.
Sorry, something popped up on the capture menu saying that it stopped recording, and so I thought it did, but it didn't.
Oh, well, that's good.
Yeah.
So, to get into what we probably should be talking about.
Oh yeah.
But do you have a specific topic? I got one question on my mind, but I can hold it if you have one.
No, I mean, I watched last week's episodes of basically everything. So there wasn't one new show that I probably almost guarantee you didn't watch. That I do recommend you watching because it's going to be so good.
Okay.
It's called Remonster.
Remonster.
Yeah,
Sounds
R-E
dope already.
And then : monster.
With an M or an N?
With an M. Monster.
Why? I'm sorry, I'm just joking.
Anyways, so the premise of the show is this person is reborn into another world, but he's reborn into a world as a goblin. And I mean, goblins in most stories and most anime are the like lowest of the low. And so he becomes, he got to keep his memories, and he also got to keep one of his skills, which allows him anything that he eats, he obtains its abilities. So like, he's just like going out and killing like these fucking giant ass spiders, and then being able to fucking have abilities from like that are related to the arachnid like genes, and so he's just like becoming this fucking insanely beast goblin. So I do recommend you starting that. It's only got 2 episodes now, I think, and I haven't watched the second one yet. I will do that tomorrow.
I'm gonna watch that tonight. That sounds great.
It's good. Ninja Kamui, I didn't care too much about the episode. I did watch it, but the last week's episode, but it was just a filler episode to me.
After watching the one episode that I missed out on that you were talking about, where she gets in the whole mech suit and everything, it drastically lowered my expectations for the rest, and I'm so disappointed. Like, when you said that, I could understand where you were coming from, but I was like hoping that maybe at least the mech suits seemed ninja-y themselves, and had more like a humanoid movement, fluent movement, and I don't know how to explain what I'm trying to say, but I just thought maybe it might still look super badass.
Yeah.
But it doesn't. And it's like if you put a mech suit on Spider-Man, he's not going to look as badass fighting as he did without it, just because the bulkiness alone takes away from like a lot of the the visual aspects of fighting.
Yeah, that would require him to like be a lot slower visually. And like, it's just, and that's the thing is like I watch Gundam, and that's where I get like my mech suit. Like that's where I get my mech suit. Whatever, like I don't even know how to say it. Like
that's where you enjoy your mech suits?
That's where I enjoy watching shows with mech suits. Like, if I want that, I go to Gundam. Sorry, I don't know why I was stumbling on that.
No,
but the one thing that I do that I did not like, and this is on my fault. I didn't read any stories before going into watching the show. I don't even know if there was, since it's on HBO Max, I don't even know if there was a manga for it. So I haven't even looked that up yet, but I didn't read into it going into it. So I saw the first couple of commercials and I kind of saw some like more mech type ninjas. And so I was like, oh, this is going to be dope. I like the fighting, but if they stick to the mechs, I can't. That's not what I want. Yeah. I want some. There's one more show I need you to watch, and I'll get to it later. But when you have such good fighting without mechs, and then you switch to mechs, which still has good fighting, but like you can't do the same thing. Like now you're just adding in a bunch of explosions and other things that weren't really going on prior. And the only thing I can hope for, without knowing the story or without reading it, is that he uses this mech suit to take down the organization and kill all, like the ability for any mech suits to be used. And that sparks ninjas coming back out and doing hand-to-hand combat.
That would save the show for me 100%. But not only do the mech suits just bother me, but with the fact of him being the only ninja that knows the old ways and he's got all these tricks.
Yeah.
And then for them to just throw him in a mech suit, that pissed me off. Okay. And it's like, yeah, I get it. He's got everything he had plus more now. Sure. But the fact of him going up against straight up mech suits and not using anything, like the Amish dude fucking coming to beat everybody's ass.
Oh,
like it was great. It's just like, this is amazing, you know? But not the case. Although that would be a great movie. I'm just saying. That would be a great movie. The fucking Amish get swatted by like some advanced military force, and there's just one Amish dude with a fucking what's it called? Like a what are those things called? Molotov and fucking cocktail. Yeah. That'd be great. I'd watch that movie. I would.
Have you been watching a lot of Sketch?
Sketch.
No. Sketch, it's real. The streamer.
No, I don't even know who you're talking about. I'm so bad with streamers' names. I feel
the one
horrible.
That you thought was.
Oh, that guy. Yes, I know who you're talking about.
Because you keep saying stuff that he always says, and so I didn't know if you've just been watching a lot of his podcasts.
What did he say?
What did you just say a second ago?
That's bad.
Oh my gosh. I'll think of it in a minute. I had it, but I didn't want to cut you off.
Oh, no, you're good. I get it. That's not someone I want to be resembling, but
it's fine. I'm
hilarious.
always walking around the house saying, "Yes, brother."
Yes, brother. That's great. Yeah, that guy's hilarious.
I was watching him do his podcast with somebody who's like more into fitness, and I don't know if you watch him, but his name's Brad. They were doing their podcast together, and they were talking, and he was talking about how some of the things he does are from being nervous because like he knows people are watching him, and so like he'll get kind of tics, and so he'll like touch the back of his head, or he'll do like the hand movements, but it's not a diagnosed thing. Like he doesn't have an issue. It's just when he gets anxious. And so it was just pretty cool to hear him talk about it. So
no, that is
sorry for going off topic.
No, you're good. But that is cool though, how he it seems like he kind of used his nervousness to make everything even better. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think I honestly think from some of the interviews I've seen him do, he doesn't blatantly say this, but I think it all happened by accident.
Yeah.
Like he didn't even I don't think I don't think he even had a chance to play into it. Cuz like where you'll see people, they'll get a little bite out of a skit they did or some sort of sketch they did or something, and then they like try and play on that really hard because they want to drive it. I don't think he even had enough time to do something like that. He just went from kind of being seen playing Madden to fucking just overnight because of TikTok and everything else.
I was gonna say, I feel like that kind of the same. Like I feel like he was nervous, and then people saw that nervousness and something about his nervous feng shui they enjoyed, and then he started getting more people, and he got even more nervous. He's just like, okay, I guess I'm gonna keep doing this, and then everybody loved it, and like eventually, way after he looked back and realized, like, oh, that's what they love, you know?
Well, and you think about it too, and like, you think maybe most people think, oh, forcing yourself to do something that you don't like will eventually make you be more okay with it, or you'll be more open to being in those situations. But there's cases like, and I see it in him sometimes. I think that it makes it worse. Like, I think all he wants to do is just play video games and not be famous. But it was like a chance you took, and then now you're like, oh shit, like,
yeah,
I don't know if I want to do this. Like,
I could see that so much though. Like if I ever became famous and to the point to where like paparazzi was a thing, I'd go insane. I like, why are you here? But then I really want to be famous. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know.
I think that it would be cool to be known, but I just would want to be known for the right things, like,
yeah,
I would want somebody to be like, hey, thanks for the positive like message, or thanks for like being there, even if we just, like, for us talking about anime and film and video games and stuff like that, like, if we in our discussions got somebody through a hard time, that would be good enough for me. Like, that's kind of like, I would want people to know us and be able to relate to us for that. I don't want to be known to the point where you, like you said, where you get out of like you go to a restaurant, you just got cameras all over the place.
Yeah.
So
that's something to think about though. Like to have someone like, you helped me through a tough time with your podcast or your music or whatever it was. I like growing up, I've always seen like the comments on YouTube that people have posted about that. And me personally, I was like, they don't care. But now I'm an adult, I guess. And then now that we actually are doing a podcast, I actually think about that. Like, what would happen if someone said that would be awesome? You know what I mean? Like growing up, though, I'd see that stuff. I'm like, no one cares. You know what I mean? But famous people are still people, I guess. Yeah, you know, that's got to be a huge part of it.
And there's only so much you can ignore. Like I always say, if I got big streaming or big whatever, and we had enough people watching, and they say some rude comment, you're just gonna like brush it off, or whatnot. But when it comes down to it, there are things that people do say that hit people personally, just because of something maybe they've been through in their life, that they can no longer have that mindset where they're like, this is not bothering me, because now it touched somewhere really deep within them, and they're like, all right, I can't ignore it. I'm gonna fucking freak out online, and I'm gonna lose my life.
Oh yeah.
So anyway,
shit happens. But
what were you? So you said before you jumped in, did I have anything to talk about? I do not. Everything else is still good. I actually didn't get to watch Shangri-La Frontier this week because I went ahead last week, and so I had to watch it, and I watched it in subtitles last week, and so I didn't feel like rewatching it this week in dub, so I'll just wait till next week.
Okay.
So I already am caught up on the episode, but I didn't watch it on time, I guess.
It's fair.
Healing Magic was super good.
So
use Healing Magic.
I haven't started that one yet, and I know I suck. I really need to start that one. But I'm excited for that one because I wanted to watch it, but I'm not a healer in any game I play, and so
Same,
I
or
felt
tank.
Me neither.
I don't tank or heal. I will heal sometimes, like when I was playing Final Fantasy 15, or 14. I mean, yeah, 14 online. I would heal sometimes because you could swap classes really fast in there. So I could go from DPS to healing pretty quickly. But I didn't. I don't like healing or tanking.
Yeah, so that's what made me like not want to watch it. But the thought of from what I get from it with not watching anything, this is like what was the name again? Using healing magic incorrectly. Something about that.
I mean, that was exactly what the title means, but it's the wrong way to use healing magic.
Yeah. I know. I
mean, you said it exactly. I mean, exactly incorrect, but
that I like the idea of that to where like in my head when I see this like this dude goes up to someone and heals them to the point to where they fucking die because they're too healed. You know what I mean? Like
no,
you over experienced your potential in life, like just dead now.
That's not how he uses it.
But
do you want me to ruin it for you?
I do because that changes my whole mindset of it.
It is still really good, and you need to watch it because it is going to be one of the best. Sorry, I need to trim my mustache. It keeps like going into my nose.
That's fair.
Anyway, so it's gonna be one of the greats, I think, at least of this year. So anyway, so what he does, he uses his healing magic. Obviously, he does heal others. He'll like, that's his job, and as a hero, that's his job. But he is super fucking like built because of his leader, his master, which she is fucking amazing. She reminds me, like I was saying, of what's her face, the lioness from Black Clover.
Yeah.
She's badass, but she basically like whips him in shape and makes him become a fighter. And so what he does is he takes damage and uses his healing magic to heal instantly, and he uses like so what he'll do is he'll throw the hardest fucking punches he can, and he'll heal while he's doing it, so he doesn't take damage.
So yeah, it's close enough to what I was getting at. It's completely different in a way. I do get that, and I knew that it wasn't going to be exactly that where he's just killing people with heals, but
he's OP, dude.
It's along that terms. It's just like he's still a savage. He's not a healer. He's an aggressor, and like that, I like the idea of that. That sounds badass.
If you like that, you need to also watch Mashal.
Mashal?
Yes.
I gotta start writing these down, man.
I'll give you a sticky note before you leave.
Okay.
Of anime. But Mashal is also a really good one that you'll like if you'll... that show makes me laugh so hard. It's so funny.
Mashal, what is that about?
So there's in this world, if you're not born with magic, you're basically shunned from being able to go to like magic school or be even of upper class. Actually, like they'll just shun you out. This kid was dropped off on like the porch of a village or whatever, and somebody of magic inheritance adopted him and took care of him his whole life. Well, he made him work out, basically the same thing like that lady did. He made him work out, so he's just like intensely fucking in shape, like the most in shape. Like he is as fast as the Flash from working out. That's like the way they portray him. Like, and it's not like he can keep running that. He doesn't have that much agility, but he's quick. So anyway, so he's like hiding out in the woods with his pops, the guy who adopted him, hiding from the magic users, but also trying to just like live in peace. And one day they find him, so they get their asses whooped by him, and they're like higher up, like people in charge, and they're like, okay, if you want us to leave you alone and not keep coming back here and not tell anybody, then you need to join the school. I'll give you a fake mark, because if you're a magic user, you have like a mark on your face. I'll give you a fake mark, and you just pretend like you have magic. and this kid, and he just fucking like he joins the school. Destroys every competition. He destroys like every high fucking up magic user because he's anti-magic. Like, so he like normal spells and shit enchantments don't work on him, and he's just like super fucking fit. So they'll be like, oh, I'll use my fucking magic to stop you from moving, and he'll just be like and fucking just full on fucking punch them across the fucking whole room and shatter the fucking walls and shit. It's so good, but it's just funny because he is so straightforward and serious. The way he answers questions, he doesn't like have any emotion behind it. He's a funny ass character, but he's also OP as fuck.
Hell yeah.
You'll have to watch it.
That sounds interesting too.
It reminds me of like Hogwarts mixed with like One Punch Man.
That's kind of the vibe I was getting.
Yeah, that's what it reminds me of.
That's badass though.
Yeah.
No, I had when you were saying that he looks, or he's like super ripped in the whole magic, he's got the anti-magic. I was just thinking of Asta the whole time.
Oh yeah.
And it brought me to a pretty funny idea, because Asta has had no magic, and even when he got his anti-magic, he could still easily get bodied by a lot of people in that universe, you know? But take away the magic from everybody, and it's just hands, Asta's probably beating the fuck out of everybody. Actually, no, because fucking... The sister of the fucking fire squad or whatever, the lioness lady, I don't know why I keep forgetting her name. I have no idea.
She's all hand-to-hand combat. Remember, she doesn't even barely use her magic.
I don't remember
forced
that.
herself to go live out in the woods with the beast. She's known as like the beast lady.
Yeah, I knew that.
So she's fucking just.
I thought like that's how
buff.
she got her magic for some reason though. Like she's got like, no, I'm mixing.
She
anime.
still does have magic, and she uses it.
Yeah,
she has
she's fucking strong.
She mostly just controls her mana to be able to hit harder. But
even beyond that, his leader dude, what is his name? It's like the best character on that show. Yami. Yeah.
Dude, Yami is sick.
And with his key or whatever, like Yami's probably gonna destroy Asta too. Let's be honest.
Dude,
like,
I fucking love Yami, and I love
Yami's
his abilities. His fucking dark cloak dimension slash is so sick.
I agree. I just love his attitude. You know what I mean? Like, obviously he's a badass, and that is a huge part of it. But the fact of just how nonchalant he is.
I know. It's like, I'm gonna take a shit.
Yeah, I love it so much.
It's like they're all dying. It's like, I'll be back. I'm taking a shit. Let me know if you guys need my help.
the teleporter dude, like, gets some new awakening on how he can use his abilities to be a better fighter, and he's like, "Hey, man, take me to the bathroom." Totally undermines everything.
Like from that show is
Same.
I just don't. His character. I understand his character to a point, but his character is also useless.
Useless for one. I'll agree.
I mean, it's not useless in battle. Obviously, he's a fucking badass, but
I genuinely don't understand his character whatsoever. I don't get why he's such a prick.
I mean, he's a higher up fucking royalty. But now we know, but
he came from shit. You know what I mean? Like,
I know, but that's what I'm saying. He's like he's not a prick either. He's just cocky. He cares about people, but
it's true.
He doesn't have any personality. He's the rival of Asta, and okay, have you watched Bleach?
I'm way too far behind on Bleach.
Okay,
sadly.
Naruto and Sasuke.
Yes.
Sasuke has a personality. It's not just him being bland. He is quick. He is like cuts people off. He's short. He's aggressive, but he's not like. I don't know the word for it.
Bland, I think, is the perfect word. Yeah, he still has his own personality. There's a reason.
It's just like
for the way he is
strong. I learned new abilities. I like to save people. That's all you'll know about him.
And it wasn't
What the
even
fuck?
like that though. That's what really bothers me. If he became strong and he realizes like, oh, I'm royalty, I'm strong, and then just became a bit of a douche, like, all right, I could kind of see how that would actually happen in real life. But for him, he came from nothing. He was a crybaby, and one day he just decided, I'm not gonna cry anymore, and then just immediately was a douche with no power. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there was no reason for him to put himself on a pedestal, but he found one.
I think though, if you think about it from a different perspective, I think that is definitely a take on it. But if you think about it from, so when he went in to get his book and they did their like the ceremony where they find out what grimoire they get.
At that point, he was already a dick.
No. He was fine, and then those guys were all picking on him, calling him a commoner and all this shit, and he had to pretend to be fucking tough. I mean, he was tough, but he was like had to be. Like you even saw him like kind of doing a whole emotion change when he found out what his grimoire was, from going from I don't know if I'm gonna make it blah 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 to being cocky to like act like he is top shit, like so that they would leave him alone. And I think he just kind of like led with it. I think that it does have like a like. I don't think he's actually as mean or cocky as he's coming off to be.
Yeah, he's like,
but he also just
inside.
doesn't have a personality. So how the fuck are you ever gonna figure that out?
Yeah.
Like even his little fucking fairy tries to talk to him, and he just says, oh, "Shut the fuck up."
Which is
he doesn't have any conversations with anyone.
Got to be so weird for that fairy.
I mean, I did like seeing how much he cared for his squad in the most recent season, like when everybody was kind of getting killed off.
Yeah,
but that was a little too late for them.
Growing a personality, I guess. I'll give him that. Yeah. And when he does talk about Asta in a positive way, I'm like, oh, okay, maybe he's not a complete prick. But the fact of when he is being a prick, and like they say, like, oh, he's just being a rival. No, Sasuke was being a rival. Like they genuinely were jealous of each other. They didn't like each other, but they were jealous of each other, and then they grew up to realize like, we actually just like each other. You know what I mean? And that was great to me. But with him, there is no reason for him to feel any guilt towards Asta. Like any negative feelings whatsoever.
I think though, so to me, a rival and the way they figure it out in these shows is who in the show, which obviously you usually know right off the bat who it's going to freaking be, but who in the show, so let's say Deku and Bakugo. Okay, so those two rivals, right? They were friends when they were little, kind of similar stories to some of these other characters.
I don't like that one either. But go on.
You don't like My Hero Academia?
I like My Hero Academia. I think that their whole relationship, the two of them, doesn't make any fucking sense. It's stupid.
All right, well, hold on. Okay. Yeah. So what I was getting at was that the whole rival thing isn't really a I hate you, you hate me, we learn to respect each other, I love you, you love me, we're friends type thing. Like kind of like that is kind of how Naruto and Sasuke's relationship was. But what comes down to them being rivals is them figuring out that person is the only person that is challenging them to push past their limits. Like if you're not my rival, that means I'm not learning from you. You're not doing anything more than me that's making me want to push myself. But all of these rivals they're always on the same level as each other. And every time they think they take a step further than the other person and they get into a fight, they figure out it's even, or they go hit for hit each time they fight. Like, I won this one, next time you won this one, and then they keep count. It's just they see these people as the only person that they've met or know that is going to continue to push them and not have a stopping point. Like, they are their rival. I'm going to keep making sure I beat you at everything I do.
See, and I could see that, But I think my issue is they do have a rivalry. It just has no. God, what is the word? It's like on the tip of my tongue. Charisma. They have no charisma together. It's a rivalry with zero charisma. Nothing makes sense.
Which one?
Asta and Yuno.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And that,
of course they don't.
That
even when they fight together, like the fight scene when they fought the devil, like it was cool, but they were in sync a little bit, but it wasn't like the fight between fucking Bakugo and Deku in the Twin Heroes mission movie, where Deku gave him some of his powers.
Yeah,
that fucking fight with rivals fighting another person was fucking sick. That is how a rival combined fight against a
yes.
combined enemy should be. That
Agreed.
was sick.
And that's like just not possible with those two. I feel
I know.
Yeah.
Because they just like combine and they're like, all right, I'll throw you with my wind and you use your anti-magic. And they don't have any other conversation or like... I don't know. It's just weird. It's just so off-putting.
And then, like, with Naruto and Asta, right? Both of them were, like, trying to get Yuno or Sasuke's attention. And they were trying to be friendly with them. And with Sasuke, he was kind of a bit of a dick. And then Naruto would lash out and be like, all right, yeah, these are just young kids, don't know how to express their emotions. With Asta and Yuno, Asta was emotionally way mature from the get-go. And he was like, hey, I care about you. And Yuno was just like, fucking need to dig and die. Like, there was no, like, no arguing back and forth.
I'm already better than you.
It was just one-sided the whole time. And I think that's what my big issue about it was. And then Asta, like, I hate Asta so much. I love him, but I hate him so much. He'd get bullied a lot. And then he'd have his little smirks like, huh, look at how good they're doing. Or like, oh, I hope you do get better than me, bud. And it was just like, dude, what? Like, he's just spit in your face.
I hated when they redid his when he like did the arc where he did like the workout session and he got like super buff. Like the last 2 seasons where he's like way buffer than all the other seasons. I fucking hate the way he looks. I hate it. I hate it. He reminds me of not Goku. I can't even think of his name now.
I have no idea. Goku's
Mappa? No.
Appa?
Nappa? The bigger dude.
From Dragon Ball?
Yeah. Nappa.
Yeah. Okay.
Where he was like...
Weird.
Where he got like the huge fucking upper body and like the tiny legs.
Oh yeah, nothing else is... yeah. That's fair. So... Video games?
Yeah. What did you want to talk about video games wise?
I guess.
I bet I could guess what it is.
Anticipated video games is my question.
Yes. So I haven't been keeping up.
Neither have I really.
One that I am anticipating and have been for 2 years now is Fable. The new Fable.
When you talk about that, like, been anticipating it for a while. The new flipping Last Ronin Ninja Turtle game that's gonna come out.
Ooh, they had to let off a bunch of employees, so hopefully it doesn't.
Oh no!
Hopefully it doesn't delay.
No, dude, a delay. I don't care if it delays. I just want it to be the masterpiece it needs to be. Dude,
it's gonna be. They said everybody's saying it's gonna be similar to playing God of War, but as a.
Yeah, but I feel like every time you get those big words out there, like, oh, it's going to be like God of War, it's not.
I mean, yes, I agree with you, but they're not saying it like as big as God of War. They're saying the way it's created, like the
play style,
the animation, it's going to be more realistic like that,
which would be a really good setup for them. Like the
There better be fucking multiplayer. I mean, Last Ronin is just Michelangelo, but there better be scenes where like he does flashbacks to Last Ronin 2, and he gets to use it like be with his brothers again, and then you can play as all four. I
That would
want a
be
good
nice.
fucking multiplayer turtle game that's not a side scroller. I love them.
Same.
I'm not dogging on them, but I want a good.
I want, because like I love story mode video games so much. When you get involved into like, it's like watching a movie, but you're actually playing the game at the same time.
Yeah.
I love that. That's what I really want. I want it to have an amazing story while being like enjoying the actual playing process as well.
And I know a lot of people will say things like, "Oh my god, how are they built? Like the turtles don't have that much of a like not a big enough universe to make it a big ass video game out of, you know." But
they definitely do.
But the way I look at it is like you could design one level, like let's say like one part of New York is one planet section on Ratchet and Clank, and you just the way they have that scaled out versus Ratchet versus like the city, it makes it look so fucking huge, and it's not really though. Like that's all they have to do, and then we can play it. I would even play
so
it if it was
easy.
in the cartoon style of Ratchet, like the way Ratchet and Clank is. It doesn't even have to be in a live action style, and
Not
I'd
at
still be
all.
happy.
Yeah, I'd still love it.
Yeah,
a whole bunch. But I'm a sucker for like the cartoon versions of Ninja Turtles in general.
Yeah.
Anyways, like the original cartoon version, I love that so much.
yeah, same.
Just the art style behind
I
it,
know
and it's
you're
so
kind of
simple.
you're kind
but
of against other art style of Ninja Turtles.
yeah, I know. I don't like change. No, but that is one game that I am ridiculously
I don't know why
excited
I didn't think of
for.
because I am also, as you can tell by my Last Ronin trope over there.
I don't think they can see that
What did I use that word right?
trope. We're gonna go with yes. I don't know.
I don't think so.
You asked the wrong person.
We'll see. If not, we're gonna hear some shit in the comments.
No, but I do have a question for viewers, I guess, because I've been obsessed with Ghost of Tabor, which, if you guys don't know, it's basically Escape from Tarkov, but on VR. Anybody have any VR game recommendations? Because that is what I was about to talk about. Is Contractor Showdown? It's the Battle Royale VR game that
Contractor Showdown.
Yeah.
Do you just like drive tractors into each other and stuff?
Pretty much.
Oh, okay.
And I almost got a bulldozer. It's gonna be nice. No, but it's basically Warzone. But it's like supposed to be really realistic and stuff. And
like
that
Contract
looks fun.
Killer. That's what Contractors is.
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Never even thought about it, to be honest.
Well, I mean, usually game titles have something to do with the game.
Yeah, no, it would make sense. I don't pay attention to anything.
There's so many different types of contractors, but yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
Killer.
But no, that I think is going to be really fun. But I do want some more multiplayer VR games. I feel like VR is lacking in that aspect. And after playing a couple of them, the like technology and everything, it's there. Like you could get some solid VR games. They already have some very solid VR games that are multiplayer. But that's going to be so much fun. I like the future of gaming. I'm looking forward to so much.
So
it just sucks. I'm going to be an old man by the time it gets awesome.
I still think I'm going to get a Quest 3. And I agree. I'm fucking excited for the future of gaming. But I want VR to be to Ready Player One status. I know that it's probably not even going to be there by the time I'm not here anymore, but
to what extent?
Like where you feel like you are in the universe, that you get to be what you want. You can go do it, anything you want. You can go do raids. You can go like that. Just that huge universe that you could just have in one game that you get to go log into. You feel things. You like it's just all like there.
So it is very close, dude. It is very close. And so it's not seamless. That's the main thing of it right now, is nothing's seamless, but they have the vests. They have like the treadmill thing that you were talking about, where you can walk on it and everything, and you're not moving in real life, but you're moving in VR and all that. They have like ankle monitors, so you can kick people in VR now too, and you just put on the ankle monitor and it knows where your foot is, and you can just ninja kick someone in the face. I really want to get one of those. Sounds like fun. But Meta Worlds, they have that. It's that one-stop shop for all these different experiences. And obviously it's not as advanced and like as seamless and comfortable as you would expect from like a Ready Player One thing. But it is ridiculously close. And the main thing I'm talking about is the vests. Like when I seen those in Ready Player One having like the touch vests, like I was like, that is not going to be seen in my time, you know? And it's flipping here like just a couple of years later. But as far as it being like realistic though, that I can't wait for. And that I don't know if I'll ever see that. Like when I'm dreaming sometimes lately, because I've been playing a lot of VR, I'll be like waking up. When I wake up, I'll like go to feel for a VR because my dream feels like it's VR because it feels fake. You know, so I'll wake up expecting to take off a head. It's bad. It's really bad. I've been playing too much VR, but it's real enough. You know,
that's another state of VR I would be fine with. Like I know people are like, oh, you just spend your life plugged into a computer, but like Sword Art Online style shit, I don't care. Put me in, coach. I'll die every day, like being an adventurer, and then log back in and not do nothing.
What is that? I mean, other show?
Not do anything, but Shangri-La Frontier.
Oh
Solo leveling.
Yeah. So it's like one of those, but it's like I don't know. I haven't actually watched it. A buddy of mine watched it, but it's the same thing where dude like put on his headset. The thing is, he can't take off his headset. Like he's stuck in that universe, you know. And immediately when he realizes, like, oh, like I cannot get out of this video game. Like, wow, not a better place to be trapped. You know, he's just totally content with it. He doesn't even care. He's just like, all right, well, let's just see what I can do in life then, because obviously this is my new life, and that wouldn't be me to an extent, you know what I mean? I still care about
talking about, and if I remember correctly, like it eventually does push him to, like, because he starts to care about people in the game and stuff. It starts to push him to trying to get out and complete the games to save what's going on.
I don't know, but I could see that being the end plot of it. I started an episode with my buddy because he really wanted me to watch it, but I had a really hard time with it for multiple reasons. But I just never really watched it.
Well, I'll have to look into that because I need some more things to watch anyway. So
I'll ask Caleb what it was. It was Lord something, but yeah, VR it's definitely lacking in some aspects. I can't say it's perfect, but it is. No,
I'm excited to try it. I also want to try and use it for productivity stuff. So I can't wait to try it, like for art purposes or like just my computer setup.
I am super curious to how well that is, because if you could do 3D sculpting in VR compared to doing it on the computer and it was just as fluent, it's like it'd have to be so much better doing it in VR. They have
3D sculpting in VR.
Yeah, I'm just saying, I don't know how well it is.
Yeah,
you know?
and I've seen a lot of people say it is pretty good for like where VR is right now. But using the VR headset as a workstation monitor, I could then make my modeling window a fucking 1,000,000 inches wide. And
yeah, so I've been doing that a lot lately.
Because then I can model I can draw in there and shit. Whereas my canvas is infinite.
And say I been watching anime on my Oculus through like the desktop thing, so I can see each monitor, right, and I can move the monitors anywhere I want. And
You're
everything.
like watching everything we need to talk about this week. 6 different screens of anime.
No, I actually, what I did is I put on anime with like a little note section, and then I ended up not taking any notes. But
Oh, that's
but it was
actually good.
it was great setup. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
was like, I'm digging this, and then I just kept forgetting to take notes.
That's funny.
But yeah, it was a good attempt. I
Yeah.
tried. You know.
Well, looks like we're getting to that time.
I'm gonna say it is getting there.
Yeah. Well, do you have any closing messages for our viewers? Do you have anything you want to talk about, like push them to go watch any?
Ooh, definitely go watch. What was it? Soul Leveling. Gosh.
Ooh.
Yeah, I enjoyed that so much. It
Sounds
was
good.
so good. Let us know what you guys think.
I
You're
just-
gonna love it. You have to. If you don't, then you're wrong. But that's okay.
I just can't wait to see if he turns dark. That's all I'm waiting for. But yeah, Soul
Yes,
Leveling.
dude.
I think Remonster. That was the other one. You
Yeah,
need to
I'm
watch
gonna watch that.
Chat, if you haven't watched Remonster, watch it. I will watch the second episode this week, and then we can chat about it.
And if you have a VR, get Ghost of Tabor. It's a blast.
And don't forget to leave some VR
Yeah.
referrals in the chat for Zack here, because he needs them, and I'll
And
need
Ray,
them too when I get mine.
so once you get yours,
Yeah,
which I'm very excited for.
yeah, me too. I'm excited.
That'll
as
be
well.
nice.
I'll play a game with you every now and then.
Yeah, that's one
Once
thing
a year.
about VR though is you gotta have the energy for it. I hate it so much that I have to actually stand up and play. Well, you don't. You can sit
I
and
was gonna
play.
say, can't you just sit and then use the controllers?
You
It's
can.
just not as fun.
Yeah, it just doesn't
At
feel
that
right.
point, you're like, oh, I'll just play on my TV.
And for like the story mode games, yeah, you could do that easily. Multiplayer games now.
Playing Resident Evil 6 in VR is scary as shit.
I want to play COD Zombies VR so bad.
Do it.
I know that there's things, but
Do it.
I haven't got them yet.
Okay.
I need to.
All right.
But all right, yeah, no, we're at
What's
the
that?
end of the road here. It looks like.
Yeah. Well, it was a good one. We'll
yeah.
see you
A great
guys next
podcast.
week. Thank you so much. Hopefully, the sound is better this week, and we'll get some of these clips out.
I would say from the looks of everything, it looks like it should be
Yeah,
perfect.
look over there.
But
Like you're peaking at two. I mean, you're just loud as fuck, man.
I hear that a lot.
Yeah. That's right, because you're like.
I think it's just because everybody's got baby ears, but
Oh.
he's
Okay. We just wasted so much time.
oh yeah.
All
But it's
right. Speaking of, because I do have to cook dinner. Holy crap, we wasted 39 minutes. All right, so let's get right into this.
Let's do it.
Hey, I'm Ray.
I'm Zack.
Welcome to It's
Multiverse.
oh.
I didn't know you were waiting for me. You looked at me. All right, well, we
pause,
can restart.
pause, restart. Okay. I'll just cut it. So
Yeah, I'll
Well,
let you do the whole
no,
thing.
oh, you want? Oh, okay. I thought we were gonna go. Hey, I'm Ray. Hey, I'm Zack. Welcome to together. Welcome to
Okay.
It's Multiversal, and then I would say
Okay, I like
our
that.
podcast where we discuss.
Then I say where we discuss.
Yeah, and then you say the stuff anime.
Okay.
Or wait, no. What parts do you want to say? I don't know.
I like doing the It's Multiversal together.
Okay.
So hey, I'm Ray. Hey, I'm Zack. Welcome to It's Multiversal. And then I'll just let you finish that
maybe we
last
might
part.
fuck that up too much. We'll try it a few times. I think.
Okay.
I think
Let's give it a
trying
shot.
to say it at the same time, we might fuck it up so many times for retakes instead of waiting for the cue of an ending of a sentence to know when to go.
Yeah.
We'll try though. Okay.
All right.
Hey, I'm Ray.
I'm Zack.
Welcome
to
to
It's yeah, this is gonna be
yeah,
so
we don't
hard.
know when to stop. Okay. I'll just say welcome to It's Multiversal, and then you can say the rest. Our podcast on anime, video game, whatever order you want to say it in.
Okay. Okay, I like
Just say
this.
the four, but you want to end the fourth one and so So where we talk about video games, anime, film, and
Okay.
so we don't end it in just the 4.
All right,
Ready?
I like that. I'm ready.
Hey, I'm Ray.
I'm Zach.
Welcome to It's Multiversal.
Oh, fuck.
You want me to say our podcast and then you just say the rest? Or do you want to say our podcast?
Yeah, you say our
Okay.
podcast. Yeah,
Okay.
sorry.
Okay. All right. Hey, I'm Ray.
I'm Zach.
Welcome to It's Multiversal.
Our-
Oh, okay, never mind. That was mine. Okay. I'm getting nervous now. Okay. Hey, I'm Ray.
I'm Zach.
Welcome to It's Multiversal, our podcast on...
That threw me off the on.
Oh, shit.
Just say our podcast so I can start with where.
All right.
You know? Instead of on.
Where?
Where we talk about.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Should we say talk about or discuss?
Discuss.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's okay.
We're like changing shit as we're doing. Okay.
We're figuring it out. We're getting there.
Hey, I'm Ray.
I'm Zach.
And I gotta restart. Hey, I'm Ray.
I'm Zach.
Welcome to It's Multiversal, our podcast.
Where we talk about anime, comics, games, and anything film. Oh, I shouldn't have said and anything in film.
I also want to say mine different.
Okay.
I want to say... So I say, hey, I'm Ray. Hey, I'm Zach. Welcome to It's Multiversal. I want to say like, our podcast. Or like I don't want... It sounded more like our... I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. Let me try.
No, you're good. I trust you.